So you guys have worked with different companies in different industries, helping them build their brands and social profile. In what industries do you feel that online branding and social profiling works best?
Um, I think that it's not necessarily about the industry. It's more about that you or the company finds out if they have something that's interesting for a social network to discuss and to share with other people. And you can always find any kind of angle uh, on a company that might be good for social.
So how do you measure success, or how do you measure if a company has something interesting to be in a dialogue about? So you measure obviously by likes and by comments, interactions like that. Uh, how do you set a goal? When is enough likes successful?
Yeah, well, you could say it's another way of thinking. And a lot of companies have to rethink their dialogue with the market and with their customers. And to answer your first question, uh, the industries who can have interest in the social networks works, you can say it's almost everyone. And it is because the way people behave, we are getting more and more used to be on the social network, and the limit of when you are at work and when you are at your social network is getting more and more gray, if you can put it in that way.
But
So that one of the things that the social network is capable to do is to make relationships. And what do you yourself prefer, to buy a cheap car or buy it by someone you trust? And that's one of the things that the social network is capable of doing. It can give you an advance of how people make their decisions. So you can use your social network to put out offers, but one should not forget that the social network is not a newspaper, and you have to give something to receive something, and that's one of the things that a lot of people using the social network as company forget, or what and what we see some users of the social network is forgetting. They are just using it as some kind of newspaper to get out their offers. It's much more important to think this is a relationship as we speak, you and me. So you can say something to me, and I can say something to you, and build up some strong relations. And that's a way to do something about this the sale as well.
right.
When people want to fly to a destination, they just want the cheapest way. And in those situations where you have an airline that's just trying to make the cheapest way to get to, as an example, Paris, um, it's hard um, to talk a lot about how good the plane is and how good the service is and how good the airline is doing. But then again, you have to look at, as an example, where is the airline flying to? Can we use, as an example, Paris to brand us as an airline, because we fly direct to Paris, we do it cheap, and you get all this culture and all this these good things in Paris if you fly with us. Do you know what I mean?
So you take some of the brand value and experience from Paris and kind of mix it with the experience of traveling with the airline. So I'm a Facebook user myself for many years now, and so obviously I can update Facebook. So I suppose anybody can update Facebook or a tweet.
Yeah.
Uh, So how do you get going and what do you do as an airline if you don't really have an activity on a social platform? What do you do?
And then you can sit and have fun with yourself, you could say, because no one's going to follow you.
So again, it's better to have a little bit of likes and they are engaging. It's not a big number; it's how good a little number of people is responding to you.
To answer your question, go home, make a strategy, find out what you want to do, and find out who in your company who should deal with this. And it's very important. So you don't have 10 or 20 or 30 or maybe more people who have access to your Facebook. You have to have an editor. You have to have someone who is responsible for it. And you have to make a deal with yourself. What do we want to put on our Facebook? And what is our goal to do this?
Right. Allan Midgaard, Thomas Lundin, experts in social media and online branding from the world-renowned North European leading provider, The Makers. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it, and thanks for your insight and your thoughts. We appreciate it very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good time.
Thanks.